There's a famous saying, "You are only as big as your dreams." This isn't just something nice to say. It's an eternal truth proven by the lives of thousands of successful people. Napoleon Hill, in his legendary book, wrote, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." So here's the big question. Why do most people never become truly successful? Do they stop dreaming? Or do they simply fail to recognize the real potential sleeping inside them? Today's story will answer that question for you. So listen carefully to the very end. I promise, this video might just awaken the hidden power within you. A long time ago, in a small mountain village, there lived a young man named Shankar. Shankar was smart and hardworking, but he had one major problem: lack of courage and limited thinking. He believed that leaving the village and achieving something big was impossible for an ordinary guy like him. He worked on his father's tiny farm and kept telling himself, "I'm just a farmer. That's all I'll ever be." One day, while working in the fields, Shankar noticed an old wooden box half buried near a broken wall. Curious, he opened it. Inside was a beautiful but extremely dirty and old mirror with strange carvings on its wooden frame. He took the mirror home, thinking it might be a valuable antique. As he started cleaning it carefully, his father saw him and said, "It's just an old mirror, son. Why waste your time?" Shankar replied, "Dad, look at this frame. It's amazing. And these carvings are so unique. I'm going to clean it up and keep it." His father smiled and said, "What's the point of cleaning the outside if the inside isn't clean? A mirror only shows what's in front of it." Those words stuck with Shankar. As he wiped the dusty glass, he looked at his own reflection. Because of all the dirt, his face looked dull, tired, and unclear. The very next morning, Shankar started doing something unusual. Every single day, he stood in front of that mirror and said out loud, "I am not an ordinary person. I have the power to achieve big things. I have courage. I have opportunities. I will succeed." At first, it felt ridiculous, even crazy to him. The villagers laughed and mocked him. Shankar has lost his mind, talking to a mirror every morning? But Shankar didn't care what anyone said. He remembered his father's words, "A mirror only shows what you put in front of it." So every day, he chose to put courage, confidence, and belief in front of that mirror. 4 months later, Shankar had to go to the city for some work. While walking through the market, he noticed something. No one was selling vegetables and crops of the quality he grew back home. A light bulb went off in his head. "I'm not just a farmer. I can be a food supplier, a real businessman." The very next day, he started cycling to the city with the best produce from his farm on his father's old bicycle. His crops were top quality, and he spoke to customers with total confidence. Those daily positive affirmations had put a new glow on his face and fire in his eyes. Customers loved his energy. Soon, he began buying crops from other farmers in his village and selling them in the city. Within 1 year, he built a large warehouse in his village and even hired several young men to work for him. He erased the label "just a farmer" forever and became a successful agricultural entrepreneur. One day in the market, he ran into an old friend, the same one who used to laugh at him. Shocked, his friend asked, "Shankar, how did you become such a big businessman in such a short time? What changed inside you?" Shankar smiled and said, "I didn't change who I am. I just discovered the real me that was always there. You laughed at me, but every morning I stood in front of that mirror and saw my potential, my courage, and my confidence. I started believing I would succeed, and that belief showed me the way."
Then he pulled the now sparkling old mirror from his pocket, showed it to his friend, and said, "This mirror didn't just show my face. Every day, it reminded me, you only get as much as you have the courage to ask for." I grabbed that courage, and it changed everything. Your life becomes what your mindset allows it to be. If you see yourself as small, you'll stay small. But if you recognize the greatness inside you and take action with courage, one day you'll do something extraordinary too. So starting today, stop seeing yourself as small. See yourself as successful, powerful, and capable. Because when you change your thoughts, you change your future. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button. Comment below what this story taught you and share it to inspire someone else. Thank you for being here. See you in the next life-changing story.